Look at this shit. Been gone like 4 or 5 months and now we in this shitty ass world. Man, if I was CJ, I would say, oh shit, here we go again, but this ain't like the other worlds we've been to. Not at all. But as always, Elden Ring on that cheating bullshit. You know, how is he hitting me from behind his back? I'm not even near the shockwave, and then it stun locks me. Somehow I didn't take damage. I don't know how the fuck is that fair. But difficult, that's more like bullshit. The only saving grace is it didn't do damage to me. Which, if more cheap shit in the game didn't do damage to you, but did funny shit like that, I'd be like, okay, I can take a joke. I can appreciate it. Can't appreciate getting stun locked off a fucking horse and I can't move. Besides that, there's other enemies that can stun lock you for 3 hits and there's nothing you can do about it regardless of armor. But hello there. Welcome. Fucking up a dragon, you think everything's gonna go good, it's gonna be a sweet, easy trip. And it usually is. Dragons aren't really fucking difficult. You probably could beat them really low level too. Cause most of my characters have been places they shouldn't be until they do shit like this. It's like, why is he allowed to do that? Come on, game. And we get Patch's bitch ass again, his ugly bald-headed ass. Which some would say he's actually the furtive pygmy. Makes sense, I can see that. You know, he's still a biggity bitch though. And if you think Phantom Range ain't a fucking thing, yeah, just wait till near the end of this shit. You know. You see the enemy start doing some real bullshit to try to kill a player. Makes no sense. Hold on, I think he about to do it. Besides him having infinite FP, look at that bullshit. Like, I wish my kick could track like that. Or a single poke could knock someone out the fucking sky. Look at that. You notice how I can't backstab him at all. It's like his fucking back just doesn't exist for my character. There's no point leaving him alive either. He's fucking useless. Just kill him. But, been gone. You know, driving semi-trailers now. I got the 53-footer now. Ooh, making some good money too. With a 4-day work week, about fucking time. Oh, okay, well, I fucked up. This is about the moment where I start panicking and I'm like, fuck, I can't die to this piece of shit. Ain't no way, but look, why is that a solid fucking object in the middle of a boss arena? This is how you know the devs never play tested the game. Because, one, you'll never see them do a live stream of them playing it, because they can't play the game worth of shit. If you think you're bad at the game, I guarantee you they couldn't even beat this motherfucker. Let alone hack the fucking game. Like, just imagine watching the bosses go up against, what is her name? Melania, the cunt of Blade of Mikola. Just imagine. She would be getting fucking... She would be getting the endless kill streak known to man. It would be crazy. And you got stupid shit like this. Where, who coded this? Who designed this? Why can they fly this fast? Why can they fly, period? And do weird shit like this? Like, I can't even fucking hit him. If I try to swing a sword at him, he'll just dodge it. Or he'll just fly away from you. So, it happens a lot, though. And here's this bitch. You'll find that most of my characters end up in places we should not be. Like, I'm pretty fucking low level here. If you couldn't tell from just a straight up astrologer outfit, though there's not many light armors in the game to find early on anyway, I'd have to get maybe the Altus Plateau region before you find a better light armor. It at least looks pretty, until they do cheat shit like that. Nothing I could do about it. Because of course the enemy's weapons can go through walls, but you know, yours really can't, unless you got magic. So, eventually we figure out the solution to killing his bitch ass. And I like how he's running against like an invisible fucking wall. Like, why can enemies defy physics? Like, how are you just running against blank space and then all of a sudden like just fall? He didn't even do an attack. I'm just sitting there like, how? And you can tell the devs never playtested the game because how pray the fuck tell are you supposed to do a dagger build if you ride a horse? Good luck hitting most fucking enemies, especially the smaller ones. You just be completely shit out of luck. But yeah, I basically started the game up, played multiple fucking characters at the same time. This is my bleed girl, which I think now I stopped using the scythe on her. You don't know how long I had to farm for this fucking scythe at those fucking cunts at the graveyard, or at the closest graveyard that they spawn in. It took so fucking long. Hours. It's like, I don't know who designs a game and think, you know what, we really shouldn't have a better selection of weapons and shit in the shops at all, or armors. Like, you know how long I was wearing that fucking astrologer set on my mage character? Like, I'm all the way up at Volcano Manor before I finally found something different to fucking wear. Even then, I'm stuck with that outfit for a very long time, too. Like, the only saving grace now is I've started doing the quest line with Selena. I think that's her name. So, you know, basically got the, what is it, the Azure and the other guy said I could go get. I just haven't gone up there to go get it yet. Because you can imagine how long it took for me to kill that fucking beast queen up there. Not long, actually. It only took like 4 tries. Even though my character is so severely low level, it's not funny. All of my characters are doing shit they shouldn't be able to do, and fighting in areas they probably shouldn't be in. I think only just recently, like, I think one of my characters, I think maybe my magic character, she's actually like 140 something now, or 130 something now, so, you know, she can fight shit, but her health ain't up there. You know, while my melee character is working on getting up there, but, you know, they can probably handle shit a little bit better than she can. She gets hit as pretty much GG no read, since most enemies seemingly 1 to 2 shot you, especially in higher area regions where you shouldn't be. Like, and it's weird that so many people die to this person. Because, more importantly, what's the lore behind this piece of shit? Like, I don't understand why can't the game tell a story like Dark Souls 2 could, instead of you having to go look this shit up online. Like, why is this person invading down here? And also, did you see that phantom range, how they hit me? And also notice how my final attack just appears and doesn't register, but yet theirs still comes out no matter what. And then also, this is a perfect example of how enemies can do attacks that even if you perfectly roll it, you're still going to get hit. That double scythe spin, it's like, yeah, you can't avoid that shit. If you're close enough and you don't, I guess, have a light roll, you're going to get hit by that second swing no matter what you do, unless you just block it or parry it. So, it's really not difficult. Died once. Other characters never died at all. So it's not like it's a hard challenge. So, it's funny seeing how many fucking bloodstains be down there, though. Same with a lot of dungeons. You go into a lot of dungeons, you'll see a shit ton of bloodstains, like for people going off the edge of the side of it, not taking the elevator. It's like, how the fuck do y'all keep dying to this shit? Also, we got this bitch ass knight holding my goddamn lightning spears. So, imagine how difficult it is trying to kill him this early on. Pretty much the only thing I got going is a backstab or trying to fight him fair, and then he catches me with one swing and stun locks me to death. So, gotta do what you gotta do. Gotta do what you gotta do. Like taking that booty hole with a lightning sword. I don't know where that backstab went. You've been doing this shit for a couple minutes, and magically it's just like, nah, his back ain't there no more. It moved to a different country. Sorry, try again next time. Bitch ass. Honestly, should have seen this coming. I knew something was off about that ledge. You know, just didn't think it was gonna fall at that point. Caught my ass slipping. But here's to more evidence the game just cheats. This piece of shit. If you ever fought him, probably early on, I don't know if he does this early on. I've actually never tried to fight him normally. But when you what is it, the tower summoning, or whatever the fuck it is, you teleport here, by the portals and stuff like that, by the 4 belfries. He starts cheating when he gets lower in health. He'll do a jumping attack, and he'll cancel his, right there. He cancels his fucking animation where he's supposed to be in a recovery to allow you to attack him, so he can just keep attacking. And apparently other enemies do this shit too. I haven't seen those other enemies, but I believe people when they say it, because most people like to suck FromSoft's dick. I ain't one of them. I'll call them out on all that bullshit, because Dark Souls isn't difficult. It's cheap. Let's be real here. Very few things are difficult. Fume Knight, he was difficult. Why? Because he has slower attacks, but he's still a fair, balanced challenge. Ever since Dark Souls 2, enemies have lost that fairness. Because you got motherfuckers, I mean, Dark Souls 2, they were so cheap, like, the lady is in the fucking, the beautiful area underground, the lake. They can cast their fucking spells from like a mile away. You obviously can't do that. Plus your spell would just disappear after a certain point. So, the enemy doing shit that the players can't. Infinite FP, stamina, they can run faster than you if you ever try to run from them. It's like, well, who designed this? How is that fair? You know? So, Dark Souls 3 actually just got worse. Way worse. Especially with enemies that if you get parried by an enemy, that's it. No matter how much health you have, you're dead. So, but I just find it funny. Like, look at that. He just cancels his animation back into an attack or into neutral. Like, who designs that shit? Just that instant replay. Look at that shit. Just straight up, fuck you. Like, yeah, imagine if you was low health, you weren't that good at the game, and you was about to die, and then he catches you lacking with that bullshit right there. Thankfully, he ain't too damn hard. Like, if he's like the end game boss, I could see probably more people complaining. But it's just fucking stupid. It's like Melania, Blade of the Cunt, who can somehow sap your HP, but it's like, how can she do this? Like, her sword doesn't have some lifesteal ability. She's a goddess of rot. It makes no sense how she can heal from cutting you. Like, that's not explained at all. So, then you got stupid shit like this where, these dumb invisible things, you can't even catch them on horseback. You have to wait for them to catch them. For some shitty ass goddamn buff. And here we see that we've gotten good. We've mastered the secret to killing, all these endless fucking night cavalries for whatever fucking reason. Have you ever knocked one of them off their horse? They just get right back on that shit. It's like, that's cute. But of course you can't hurt them when they get knocked off. Or when they're trying to resummon their horse. It's just, and the big ass AoE that says like, yeah, get the fuck away from me. So I can get back to my cheap ass horse. But, you know, what do you expect? Thankfully, got good at this shit, you know. Bait his ass around. There is a somewhat better way of doing this. I just don't like doing it. I like doing the horse method. Like, look at that shit. That shit was simple and clean. Now, look at this cheap shit. Who thought it was a good idea to have him only have one spot you can lock onto? And notice how it's his upper body, not like his just chest region. So where your lightning spears will probably go under his helmet and hit his body. Instead, it's exactly lined up with his fucking head. If you're in front of him, it's like, that's some cheap shit. That is some cheap shit. Eat shit, asshole. Eat shit. And look at these cheating motherfuckers. The first time I knew something was up with them, being a spoiler alert if you don't know, involved with the, what is it, God of Madness, Shabriri, is when you kill one of them, that motherfucker laughs, and that shit just shook me. I was like, yeah, there's something wrong with them. Like, I never thought that when they were spamming this cheap-ass fucking madness spell. Figured, okay, the motherfuckers had magic, who gives a fuck? But it's like, this is how you know the game just cheats to kill a player. This nigga can spam it indefinitely. Like, if you had infinite health, you stand there and hit a motherfucker, just keep going. He just won't stop. You're just going to keep getting hit. until he fucking gives up hitting you. And also look at that cheating shit. Motherfucker literally just like input read I was about to hit him and just teleport back around. Like, nah, come here. It was like fighting these little bitch, especially this one. I've never had trouble fighting the other ones, even ones that like the one in Kaled up by like the cliff before you when you can see the Great Jar. That motherfucker shit ton of fucking health for no fucking reason. Makes no sense. But you can still fight him even though their fucking dumbass king does like 8,000 fucking damage. It's like 90% of your health per hit. And but yeah, somehow you can still fight him. It's still doable. But it's like this nigga or the one that can spam, I guess, madness spells from their eyes. Look at how he has hyper armor. Two-handed my weapon does not give a fuck about getting stunned at all. And it's like, how is that fair? He's literally wearing light armor. Like, look at this. Like, why do AIs have infinite FP? Just give him a damn blasted chug. And as always, you know, gotta summon the wolf pack. Love my boys. Love my boys. Always cool, you know, going into a fight, having some friends finally. You know, what we really need though is fucking dragons as summons. Too many people got cool ass dragons defending them or, you know, doing some badass shit. Look at that anime ass ending too. Back to my strength character. All about the weapons. No magic. Of course we have to deal with this shit. You know, I see this and I'm like, yeah, I think I could defeat it. Oh, a little bit too weak. Whoever designed these fucking enemies with these weird ass dragon hitboxes on attacks, they can eat a dick. They can eat a solid dick. But again, you know, they don't play test this shit, so, you know, they'll never experience it. And the funny thing is, I can stun lock them. If I keep hitting their head, just easy fucking work. They just happen to have caught me going for the damn bug. But I get my revenge on literally each and every fucking one of them. As you should. Anything that kills you, you might as well. Look at that shit. Easy. Should I have, I think, 5 characters up at the same time? I have a strength. I think I have a dex, samurai girl, strength knight, which is what we're seeing right now. Let's see. I have my faith character, my mage character, you know. I want to say someone else. Oh, and my bleed, and that's it. Yeah, here ain't as clean or as simple. Motherfucker really does not want to fall for the trickery. But ain't much you could do. Until we catch him with it there. I mean, I guess that was cool though. When you're in a new region and you think everything's gonna be sweet, little do you know, they was plotting a devious lick on you the whole time. Couldn't even fucking see them. And here comes this cheeking ass bitch. Now I'm willing to admit, I am under level to fight her. Ain't gonna hold you on that. But just look at this cheating shit she does when you ride a horse to her. Immediately does that. Look at that. You can't even avoid it. It's basically hit scan. The second that shit comes out, you're hit. It doesn't matter what you do. Now, if you fight her on the ground or approach her, and she uses it, it's a projectile. So now you can actually sidestep it, roll out of the way, whatever. That is some cheating shit. How is that fair? Because how would you even know That's a mechanic until you roll up on her and she just boom one-shots you. And it's like, and it's going to immediately knock you off the horse, so you're probably going to just die. There's really not much you can do. And that's cheap. That is really cheap. But here we eventually start working out the way of beating her while under leveled. That jumping slam. That's all we gotta wait for. Well, of course, my faith girl, for some reason, I play noobish as hell on her compared to every other character, which is weird. I don't know. And we're like, you know what? Let's go fuck up this dragon. Get some souls. Do some shit. And we're gonna go back and fuck her up. That is exactly what we plan on doing. This is also how you know they don't play test the fucking game first. So like, if you ever played any other Dark Souls game, you know, maybe, I don't know about Bloodborne, but I'm pretty sure they didn't put out updates as much as they do in this. It's like, that just tells you they didn't play test that shit. They're basically doing the same thing as other game studios recently. Cyberpunk, with Halo. They put that shit out. They didn't finish fucking making the game. So it's like, here, take this half-done product, and now they're trying to quickly patch it. But people seem to just let that go for some weird reason. I don't know what people be drinking, smoking on, but that double standard ain't it. You gotta hold these niggas accountable the same way you hold other game studios accountable. Just imagine doing this shit without a bleed weapon. Really here for like 10 minutes. 20 minutes just swinging away. I have become death. Did you know? If you eat a few dragon hearts, I think it's about 3 or so, your eyes turn yellow. And I think now after the new update, is it 1.4.1 or some shit? If you reach Smog's Palace or something like that, for some reason your eyes go red, or they're like a blood red. So I have no idea what happened because I think my bleed character, she has like dragon. She ate a few dragon hearts, and I noticed I just happened to have been walking in the dark and noticed that her eyes were a different color. I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't have her eyes that color. I had her eyes like bright red. Like, what the fuck is this? And I think I took her to Logs and I was killing shit up there. And I happened to be looking, thinking, I'm like, where's the bright yellow I was seeing before? Get her to a wall and start looking, and them shits are just like, they're back to normal pupils, but now they're like a dark red. And I'm like, huh. Okay. Interesting. I do kind of like that, though. I just wish my eyes would stay fucking yellow. That would have been cool. The dragon stuff is actually pretty cool, too. If they weren't so fucking slow. If you ever fought a certain bitch that does, what is it, Euro's quest line? The one he's trying to kill. I forgot her fucking name now. She has the bleed, twin blade, though. That looks really cool. Or pole blade, twin blade. That shit looks badass. Unfortunately, twin blades suck ass with the way they attack. It's like they all have the exact same attack patterns, except hers has a unique heavy attack, which is fine and dandy, but you're probably not going to really be using that much. I do like when you're riding a horse with that shit, though, and you use the charged heavy attack, you can just twirl it. You can just run up on an enemy and just twirl that shit into their flesh, and it just, pow! That shit does a lot of damage. It's pretty good. That, and if you don't like the finger enemies, you can use that blade, since that's probably like the earliest weapon that does fire damage naturally, other than, I guess, Blood Flame Blade, if you get that incantation. And there you go, you hit them once and motherfuckers will start wreathing in fucking pain, and you could beat them to death, usually, before they recover. So, Because as always, FromSoft can't stop adding fucking spider-like enemies in the game that traumatize people. I know I read something, it was on Reddit, I think, and this one girl said she gets seizures when she sees them. Even if it's a still image or she can't do like exposure therapy, which I wouldn't, that's just the dumbest thing you could ever do. Don't ever try to do exposure therapy, that's fucking stupid. She gets seizures when she sees them, even still ones or things that look similar or skitter like them, and it's like, that is so fucked up. That, like, I don't get that. I get panic attacks when I see them, you know? Big, tough, hard black guy. I see that shit, I get panic attacks. And even the fingers, they don't trigger it as much, but if they catch me off guard, it will come in immediately. And I just won't be able to breathe, you know? And can't be having that happen. I'd be like Jordan Sparks out here, you know? I can't breathe with no air. I don't need that happening. Don't need that happening. So, now that we done got good and killed a fucking dragon, and used our brains, because, you know, faith characters aren't smart. They're not like int characters. They're not using their intelligence to beat things. Come back and try something to see, you know, what was happening with that frostbite. Good to see. She does get frostbitten. A lot of enemies in this game tend to do cheating shit like not registering status effects. What was it talking about? There was a certain, oh yeah, the character you fight in Hero's quest line. I think the last one before you see him up way up in the fucking mountains. For whatever reason, she does dragon attacks. I think she does a fire breath and aurora. The aurora will probably never hit you, but you catch her at the wrong time. I think I got clips of that shit. I might have to go search. I got a lot of clips of this game. That bitch spams that shit constantly. I think my first time ever fighting her, for some reason, I went to this church numerous times, never seen her. You know, and all of a sudden she spawns in and it's like, you know, I'm pretty sure the first time I ever met her, I fucked her up. Second time, out of the blue, she's just 10 times more difficult, spamming shit I never seen her spam, and I'm like, okay. It's like, I don't remember you being this difficult. All of a sudden, she's a threat now. I'm like, alright. Fighting her, you know, boom, kills me. Okay, come back. Kills me with the dragon breath or whatever. I'm like, okay. Start getting used to dodging that shit, and all of a sudden she starts spamming that shit relentlessly. And it's not something that's easy to dodge, especially when you're, you know, lower level like me, going into these places that are much higher level. But boy, is it fucking cheap. That, and then you had the rock dogs that can fucking one-tap you. Found that shit out the fucking fun way. Accidentally missed an attack on it, and that shit clipped me, I think, or clipped my horse, and bounce, instantly killed me. And I was just like, well, what just happened? I was hit with the flashbang, and I didn't have the tack mask on. I wasn't ready. Had me fucking stunned. Had me fucking stunned. Let me see. Another cheat character is, you go to the Frenzy Flame Village right before the, what is it, the Grand Lift of, what is it? Dectus, I think. Go off the hill up there, deal with that stupid, saw and fucking eye thing. Makes no fucking sense how they're summoning that shit. You know, but again, the game doesn't explain shit to you. Finish with that shit, go up to the church, and get invaded by a dude who seemingly just ignores all status effects. Human NPC invader. It makes no sense how he does it. This fucking, you saw that nice ass jump though, like, really was on some Sekiro shit right there. Just jumping her combo and just moving, finessing that shit. But for some reason, I'm like, okay. I was fighting him with my strength girl. I don't know if I'll put that clip in. I might. And you know, but okay, it's not like I'm having a problem dodging his fucking spear. However, if you ever defeat him, you'll find out that he's using a great spear. If you equip that great spear, you see how slow that shit attacks. Ain't no way you can't react and dodge that shit. But when you're fighting him, I swear, he attacks with it about 2 times faster than he should be able to. Which, if you ever fucking pay attention to human NPC enemies anyway, they're cheating. That's all they do is cheat. They have infinite FP. They can run faster than you no matter what. Infinite stamina. You know, the only saving fucking grace is that they can only heal once. As opposed to 3 times. Because, boy, could you imagine the Outroar if they could heal 3 times? Niggas really do just cheat to be relevant. That's all they got going for them. So, I came up to him, I'm like, okay, this little cunt, you know, he'll spam the fucking madness spells. There's one where he leaps in the air and slams it down. I think it's the weapon art. You can't fucking dodge that shit. You can try to dodge behind him, it's still gonna hit you. You can try to run out of it, it's still gonna hit you. Unless you're so far away, but if you're so far away, he's not gonna use it. So, once you finally bypass that bullshit, he'll spam the I one or he'll spam the I laser one. Of course, the laser one he does a lot less frequently, but the he does the AoE one. But if you ever notice, he doesn't actually have to charge that shit up as long as he should to get it to go as far as humanly possible. But if you ever fight some an enemy like the merchants, and you happen to fight one that actually uses that exact same spell with the I one, you know how long it takes for them to charge that shit up to where it goes really far? It's like, why y'all gotta cheat to make this nigga seem difficult? And also, if you ever fight the human NPCs, you'll find out very quickly, a lot of them have the ability to remove their back from being able to be backstabbed. You know, if I put that clip into me fighting another motherfucker, you're gonna see, I'm right behind him. One time you'll see me get a backstab. I do the exact same maneuver and punish him the exact same way. Magically, his back doesn't exist no more. You don't even go into the animation of doing the backstab, which is good. Because if you did, the NPC would immediately capitalize on that and probably 1 or 2 shots you. And since I ain't the only one experiencing getting 1 or 2 shot by them, that means I ain't under-leveled for it. I'm just getting cheated like every fucking body else that do fight them. Then you get the 1 or 2 people in the comments that are like, oh yeah, I beat him no problem. He's super easy. He's like, you know you're full of shit. If you're so good, go fight those NPCs at the Great Jar champion fights. Go ahead, try and fight those 3 motherfuckers. Let's see how good you really are. Yeah, there's a reason why you don't use no videos about that shit, because everyone has to cheese that shit. Everyone is just like, yeah, go bait those motherfuckers off the ledge. That's it. Because you're not fighting them fairly at all. So, I hit him with Ice Breath, he can't get Frostbitten. Makes no sense. Hit him with Rock Breath, he can't get Scarlet Rotted. Makes no fucking sense. It's just like, what is the logic behind that? Like, that artificial difficulty on max settings to make a hard fight. It is terrible. It's fucking terrible. I think the first time I fought him too, I didn't defeat the Eye yet. I can't remember what character that was on. But that was an interesting fucking fight. I still beat him, I think, on like the 3rd or 4th attempt. But my strength character had already defeated the Eye, and we were fighting, so I didn't have to try to hide in the fucking shade and deal with a cunt-ass enemy that can do some bullshit to kill me. So, yeah, we fucked her up and got a nice, sexy blade, which, if you're a Faith character, boy, the game finally shows Faith characters some fucking love. You know, besides having a black knife and, shitting on enemies. Finally get the ability to do something like lightning fucking actually does damage. About fucking time. The last time lightning was good was what was it, Dark Souls 2, before they nerfed the shit out of it. And even then when they nerfed it, I still kept using it because I was a holy healer, especially for fucking PvE or PvP summons. You had to be. That shit was fun. That was the best sun, bro. The brightest twinkling sun, bro. But anyway, on to my mage again. And, people say being a spellcaster is a easy mode. I say no, being a spellcaster or a mage, a sorcerer, is me being smarter than you, because I can do shit like this and not get fucked up. allow me to beat bosses that are way stronger than I am in smarter tactical fucking ways. You see, motherfuckers just be hating. It may be a slow process. He may walk away from me like a bitch, but I'm outsmarting him, and that still counts for a win. A win is still a fucking win, right or wrong. You know, you know how much the enemies cheat to beat us. What's a little bit of cheese back, right? You know, gotta be fair. Gotta be fair. I think here I was thinking, yeah, I might not have enough magic to beat these motherfuckers, and she keeps running and keeps spamming that shield, so I have to keep using a rock sling because if I use regular spells, he'll just deflect it. Which I died to that before, so I was like, yeah, we not gonna see that again. I'll sit here and patiently let you walk away and come back. Walk away, come back. Hey, I got nothing but time. I'll figure out a way to kill your bitch ass. And if you can believe, for the longest time, I never knew what the fuck rune arts did. Because, I don't even think the description tells you really what the fuck they do. And no one in the game does. So without you looking it up, you'll never know or just using it to find out what it does. Again, poor game design, poor description, poor lore design, everything. Seems like with every game they just get worse at that shit, you know? So the B team of FromSoft really was the best when it came to just telling a story that people could follow, because there were NPCs that would tell you shit too. But yeah. Hopefully the next game gets better. And no spikers. Now, was it little Aggie who was talking about this shit, saying, yeah, vitality don't exist? Yeah, vitality may be a thing in this game, because that motherfucker lived exactly on 1 HP. I'm just sitting there dumbfounded, like, ain't no fucking way. Ain't no fucking way. Now I gotta wait again one more fucking time when he'd already been dead. That's some more bullshit. That's some more bullshit. Right there, I was thinking, like, damn, you know, if that spell would have hit him, he probably would have blocked that shit and he would have one-shot me. Because they did deflect it and hit me with that before. And I was like, oh, well, I wasn't ready for it. And that's why you don't see me casting immediately. It's like, outsmarted and outplayed. And then here's the difference between the melee character not knowing what the fuck is gonna happen and the damn int character. Whose big brains every fucking thing. Always strategizing. She gonna ride up in that bitch and be like, yeah, she about to be easy. Ain't no difficulty no more. She thought she was the baddest bitch on earth. Nah. I got a couple of spells for her tight little black assassin ass. No problem. Got that prep time going. Be like Batman out here. Call the Stunlock homie himself. You know, got Avatar the Last Airbender on my right. You know, got my pointy sword, the revealing light on the top. And my damn big ass nut balls coming straight for her face. We all going in deep. Look at that. Look at that. I love how much they can fucking stun lock a damn enemy. That shit is just ridiculous. Not ridiculous in a bad way. Ridiculous in just, it's funny. Because you can't do that to them, but the AI can do it to themselves. Yeah, you try to come up in here with that wind shit and watch what happens to you. He'd be fucking you up. You'd already be dead before you got off the second goddamn weapon art. And just a nice clean stun lock. Which I think just, what was it? Who was I fighting just yesterday? It was someone. I think I summoned in Banished Knight Engval, whatever. Banished Knight Wind Boy. Brought him in. Had, what else did I have? I think I had Nefeli. And we were fighting the Omen Killer up in the village of Albernax, I think they're called. Or the weird fucking face guys that look like they saw The Grudge. Or Samara from the fucking Ring. And that they look just goofy as hell for no reason. Like, did they always look like that, or did they see some shit they weren't supposed to see? And that's why they look like that now, because if that's how y'all looked all your lives, yeah, life just cheated you. Y'all need to get that refund ASAP. But basically, with him and Nefeli, and with me with my giant brick hammer, which you'll see soon, we were basically just working that motherfucker. He didn't get a chance to do shit to us. It was just Stunlock City. Like, you had one airbender, you had the other airbender, then you had me just with the heavy weapon. And here goes this cheating shit. This is this motherfucker I was talking about earlier with the hacking. Where it's just like, you try to sleep him, it doesn't work. You try to hit him with rock breath, it doesn't work. You hit him with frost breath, it doesn't work. It's like, you go fight a fucking giant, that shit works on just one casting. Somehow this humanoid NPC can just defy all logic. Now, that jumping attack should have hit him, should have knocked him out of that. Of course, NPCs can defy physics and just cheat logic and, you know, just gently curve through you and your attack don't come out. Now look at that cheap ass attack. No matter what you do, it's always going to hit you. You can't outrun it. He'll rotate mid-air to follow you. So, no matter how hard you try to avoid it or jump, it still catches you. Nothing you can do about it. That's basically another cheating hack of this game. Look at that. Like, I rolled to get behind him while he's doing it. Doesn't matter, follows you. There's like no escaping that unless you had, what is that damn thing that the Knight Cavalry gives you in K-Lid? If you had that step ability, then probably you just outspace it, because that's like the best goddamn thing. Like, quick step used to be relevant, not no fucking more. Now, if you were paying attention just there, you can see how far he can cast that shit really quickly, no real charge time, you know. But then also, you saw how one hit from his fucking spear took away about, what was it, 70% of my stamina in one tap from a rolling swing? Like, how the fuck is that possible? It's like, why do they live by completely different fucking rules than us? It's one thing, you know, okay, they're somewhat level, they have some strength to them, makes sense. But not, they can just defy all fucking logic, like what this nigga can do. It's like, one poke up, magically guard broken damn near. It's like, well, how the fuck you, like, ain't no way you got that much strength. Because if you was that strong and one fucking poke from the damn thing should just be outright killing me. It's ridiculous. And also, like I said earlier, with he's using a great spear, yet he uses it like a regular fucking spear. And here we go, using rock breath. You see, it knocked him out of the air. He couldn't hit me. Wait till later when you see him cheat and gain his hyper magical armor to where he just cannot be stopped. Now, yes, if you played enough Dark Souls games, you already know the NPCs just cheat. They can ramp up the speed of their attacks. They have automatic parry, you know. Whatever they do is just magic. Like, see, now we caught that backstab. Now, I guarantee you, if I go for it again, his back ain't gonna be there. I had to have another dad. Look, that shit just doesn't affect him no more. He's like, oh, okay, I know this attack will kill this character, so I'm just gonna hyper armor right through it. I don't give a fuck. And that's exactly what he does. Ain't nothing I can do about it. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Like, people need to realize Dark Souls isn't hard. It's just cheap. It's just cheap. Like, I could probably step to him with a 150 character and you'd probably see the same result. He'd probably still somehow kill me on some bullshit. Unless you just stick to trying to use magic, which is almost impossible. Because if you use regular spells, they input read and just will dodge it early. the millisecond you hit that button, they'll perfectly time the dodge to where you'll just miss them. Unless you're using a missed attack where they can run into it, or like rock sling, because their AI codes it as, oh, input read. No, dodge. It missed me, but the rock sling still ain't even move yet. So it's like they're just going to stand there and take all 3 rocks. The issue with that is the NPCs can run faster than a normal person can, and they have infinite stamina. So you're not going to be able to get that off constantly without trying to run like a whole mile away. And chances are he'll just catch you sooner or later with an attack that you just won't be able to dodge, and he'll kill you. Because it's like, oh, we deemed you've been running too long, so this next hit is going to magically, this running attack is going to stun you, and then it's going to stun lock you so he can hit you 2 more times, and there's nothing you can do about it. Had that happen on my magic character. So it's just like, I don't know who designs this cheap shit. Like, look at that right there. You see how his back doesn't exist? Caught that motherfucker completely vulnerable. Run up on his back. Oh, got a backstab clean. Nope. Look at that, look at that. And again, his back somehow doesn't exist. Funny how in those situations where they're completely vulnerable, you can't get it, but when they're in an attack where it's like, oh, I don't think I'm gonna get it, you get it. And look at that. You can see how he can cast that shit at but damn near max range with no cast time. But if you fight one of the merchants, you'll see that they actually have to charge that shit up for a minute before they can shoot that shit really far. Or if you use it, I have never used Maiden and stuff because I think that's just a fucking stupid goddamn ending. Why would I want to go for that? That's just dumb. So, ton of running around just because, once you get hit with that madness, it's pretty much a guaranteed death. Very rare will you be able to escape him hitting you. If he does hit you with that shit. I also love how they have infinite FP, so they can just spam shit constantly. Like, literally had to resort to using that. Just felt like, yeah, if I keep trying to go into melee range, he's gonna just keep spamming. And I ain't gonna get him, he's gonna somehow clip me with some attack, stun me, drop dead. Gotta do this shit all over again. Yeah, and look at this shit. So happy I still had this in there. This shit was fucking hilarious, though. Like, this boy just starts off just demon time. I don't know how Nefelli got over there somehow. That bitch just teleported to that damn dog. And I'm like, alright, we're gonna fight together. Teamwork, make the dream work. I get that booty hole at that first try, and here it goes to the win. Here we go, stun lock. Here we go. Caught that motherfucker in the Triforce combo. He couldn't even fathom what was hitting him. He really thought he was the damn Omen killer. And he just found out we was the demons. He really thought he was going to do something. This poor misbegotten. He thought he was doing something too. Come on, man. Come on. I got to bring out the wolf pack for him. Stun lock combo team 3. Easy. But shit, this is just the beginning for all of our random character journeys and random cheap shit like this motherfucker and his goddamn bestial incantations, which are very low level seeming, but yet Halid is nowhere remotely fucking close to a low level area. And also good luck beating him when you're low level, trying to fight him like this. I'm not even fucking low level here yet. I can't really fucking even attempt to fight him fairly. Not to mention he can still do cheap shit like that.